my water. Hey y'all. What's up, Kenny? Hey Angel. Oof. Got my water. How y'all doing today? I'm not gonna be here long. Did I get my coffee? Did I get my coffee? I'll be back. I got my coffee. I'm so known for knocking stuff over. Hey Angel, how are you, sweetie? What's going on? It's warm in here. I'm gonna have to turn the fan on or something in a little bit. I'm not sure. I tried to glue this hair down. Me and these wigs. It's warm. I'm gonna have to turn my fan on. This what's the name is on. So today's subject is going to be about the men who are attracted to us and why they're punished for being attracted to us. And I want to wait till enough people got inside of here to talk about the situation at hand. Oh God, I forgot. I gotta. It's funny because when I try to go live on certain other places, it's hard for me to go live on here. But I guess I could try to do it on Facebook, which I kind of don't want to. But I wonder if it's set up to my other thing. Because I be trying to go live on my Raven over. But it's weird because it don't really set it up that way. Live. So how's everybody doing today? I heard people got bad storm out there in Texas. Heard this. Hey Deshaun, how are you? I heard they got it really bad out in Texas. This snowstorm. It's funny because I used to work in the snow, so it's not a big deal to me, as I think it is to other people. Oh, here it is. Let me go back. Let me copy this. Let me copy this. Title required. Title required. Okay. I clicked it off, waiting for the live video. Okay, here we go. This says go live now, waiting for the live video. I'm already, it's always complications with everything. Okay. It's always something, I swear. Every time you try to do something, it's something extra, extra. This is saying, creating a live broadcast, you can view the live comments here once the broadcast has been created. No comments as of yet. Uh-oh. I think I figured it out, y'all. It's funny because I think it's trial and error. I think I figured it out how to go live with somebody. Oops. Okay. Hey, Deshaun. The frozen pipes. I'm sorry that punishment go feel like we one being punished, but legal go back and forth till you feel like we're gonna be alone forever. Yeah. Yeah, girl. A lot of people lights are out. So you live in Texas, Angel? So you the same way, Deshaun? You out in Texas too? I seen it. Frozen pipes. The the ceiling fan and everything is just messed up. This is the only thing I hate. This is what kills me. I said I wanted to go. Anyway, it's funny because I said I wanted to do it on one page and it goes to another page. So it's really bad in Texas. I was listening about it. I didn't know about it. Someone told me about it this morning. They was like, Raven, it's really bad in Texas going. I used to work in the snow, so it's different for me. I think people who work in the snow versus people who not really in it is different for us. But it's bad. If it's bad, it's bad. Doesn't matter where you're working or not. But I used to work in the snow. So, but if it's bad, it's bad, girl. I work in the store, girl. We all have good food. Exactly. And it's crazy out here. It is really crazy out here in this world we live in. There's so much that's going on. I'm trying to let everybody get in this live because I know it takes a while before you get it. It's snowing. It's snowing where I'm at, but it's not that bad. Like it's not that bad. I still can move around, but it's always funny because when it comes time for you to walk down the street, I'm always thinking you should walk against the traffic. Don't walk with the traffic. Go against it because you can see a car coming at you versus you walking and it's coming this way. You know what I mean? Always walk where the cars are coming towards you because at least you can run the best way you can in the snow. But if you walk and they hit you from behind, you never see it coming. So make sure I keep that in mind. I know I do. But, I'm always thinking somebody trying to hit me anyway. So, I'm not going to. And it's funny because I got the fan because I'm burning up. Hey, Claudette. It's because I got the fan on because for that reason. Yeah, I'm talking about what's this? I'm talking about hey Bella. Oh my god, hey I got I got this is to show you when I don't know what I'm doing. I got a one here on Facebook and one here, and I got YouTube. So it's like 3 different things going on. So I was trying to wait till enough people came on. I can't wait till the hot months. I'm going to be. Yeah, have fun. I definitely don't. Hey, Ravina. I definitely don't want it. I like the cold air better than the hot because it'd be too much. But I think on some part of this thing, you could go live as well. I don't know. Is that Bella? Okay. I'm not going to be here long. I'm just trying to wait for everybody to come on. But it is like 7:27. So everybody probably trying to get home from work or wherever they was at. This thing is coming in. Hey, Barry. Thank you. I'm trying to wait till everybody get here. Because every time I turn around, we end up doing a long video for 3 hours. And I always saying, I'm only staying for 30 minutes. My 30 minutes always going to be in 3 hours. And everybody comes late. Thank you, Barry. Hey, Misty. It's like cold. I'm sorry to hear that. It's not cold here. I got the fan on. Like I'm burning up. So I'm on a whole nother level of heat going on here. It's burning up. What is this? I need to close on some of this. I think it's too many things going on. Hey, Autumn. I had to close something down because it's too many things on. And I'm even missing people, so I don't want to miss nobody. I wanted to talk about something that is sad. It's something I keep seeing going on my timeline on YouTube, which I think is really sad. It's so sad to me. And I wanted to have a conversation with y'all to find out how y'all feel about this, and how we could try to find ways to make it better for men that are attracted to us. The problem is so sad. It's almost as if he's standing out there with a gun to his head and he's about to cry because he feels like he's about to be murdered for liking what he's like, and he's like talking to society. I usually like the cold also, but it's not doing it. I understand Vivian and the women both then take out. Yeah. It be it's yeah, for some reason but this apartment building for some reason some days it's freezing, some days it's cold, so you don't know which one you're going to get, but you know you're going to get something. But I wanted to talk about, I don't want to be in here long. Hold on, I'm on here 17 minutes. Okay. So it's still early. Because I know more people are going to be coming. They're like, well, Raven, what are we talking about? And I'm not starting over. Am I on Instagram? Because I know what. Sometimes when I click this thing, it's oh Lord Jesus. Okay, let me see if it's showing me something. Sometimes it'll show me that I'm live for some reason. I wish it would show me live on Instagram, but and it's funny because it's set up that way, but it's not showing it. Oh God, I can't. People kill me. Hey Anna, how are you? Yes, I'm okay, and I hope you're doing okay too, love. Hey Deshaun, it's because they won't let me be comfortable and trans because of society. They're not ready for to see trans women and a regular man together. And plus, it goes the way across the board. That's true, Jason. Now you know you're not doing no short live video. I do be wanting to do it, but every time I want to do a short video, y'all keep coming and asking me more questions. And before I know it, I'm on here for a long time. I'm like 30 minutes, an hour the most, and then it's 3 hours. And then in 3 hours, y'all be like, "Oh, I can't believe you leaving." I'm like, "I've been on here for 3 hours." And this is the thing. I wanted to start this thing up. I'm gonna wait till 20 people get on here. Then I'm gonna start it. Yeah, because I'm like, yo. Then I want to start talking about it because there's the thing about it is, hey Mike, hey David, hey Gray. The thing about it is there are so many men that are with us and dating us, whatever the case may be. And it seems like, okay, 16 people waiting. He, I love you too. I just don't want to be here that long. Because you know I like to eat. I'm a stress eater. I don't want to be here that long. But I wanted to talk about, we'll just start it. They just have to press play if they want to watch. If they don't, then that's fine too. This is the thing I want to talk about. Now, I was going through, well, not going through, but on the timeline of what's coming up, there were guys, this is how sad it is. They were making videos as if they was making a confession. And in the video, they were stating, I know I may lose friends. I know nobody may not like me now. It's like, what are we, adepts? Like, what am I missing here? Like, we're like this death sentence when you're attracted to who you're attracted to, and you have to apologize for being attracted to one of us. Like, why do you have to feel like you're doing something wrong if you like what you like? And it's amazing to me because you're going to the same people that's not giving you money, that don't care nothing about you, don't care whether you lived or died, don't care if you was hungry, but you want to look for approval of people who don't care nothing about you. And I'm trying to understand to make it make sense. And I understand because it's a transaction between the straight world and the LGBTQ world, and a lot of that he's taken in because at the end of the day, he's absorbing all this energy that comes with us. And a lot of research is done without us being around. And he don't really understand a lot when it comes to LGBTQ. We don't even understand a lot of it when it comes to LGBTQ. So we're trying to figure it out as well. But when it comes to him, we have to also kind of be like a provider and a protector to him if he's the kind of guy that feels as though he can share his experience, he can share his storyline with us, and not a man that feels as though he feels less of a man if he goes to his girl and like saying, well, what's going on? Because the one thing about a man, he will suffer in silence and he won't tell. And if you keep asking him, like, tell me what's the matter, I'm good. Tell me what's the matter. Listen, something we could talk, I'm good. Now, you could tell by his spirit that something is wrong, but if he's the kind of man that won't tell you, you can't get him through it. Now, he's basically picking on from people. You know what? Unfortunately, as humans, we cater to the negative things first before we cater to the positive things. That's what we do. We shouldn't do it, but we do. We could get compliments about ourselves all day. We don't pay that no mind. But when somebody says something about us bad, we may say something bad, but we kind of go back and start thinking, is there some truth to this? We kind of start letting that space for some reason. We let those narratives live in our brain. And we start, if you're not strong, it'll start manifesting and you'll start seeing what they were seeing. Even though it wasn't true, they'll make you see what they were saying. And then here we have a man that's not a part of the LGBT, and now people call him gay. They call him bisexual. They call him, and he's not looking at a man. He's looking at a woman. But with society that has everything right, but got so much to say with so many things that's wrong with it that want to judge him, and he feels as though he's doing something bad. And like I said before, like at times, it's not set in stone. Everybody comes to this whole thing differently. Every girl is different. Every guy's experience is different. We all try to figure out this thing we call life the best way we can. Every person has a storyline. We can't look at a person and just say, well, he's cute. I'm going to take him there. Remember, he has a storyline before he met you. So we just can't say, well, you need to accept who you are, stop being a coward. We can't say that, especially when it took us a long time to get to who we are. Hey, Rose, how are you? Love you more. Especially when it took us a long time to get here, too. We forget how long it took us, but we want a man to get there within a week. We're like, well, why can't you just do this? And we didn't just do this. We didn't get here in a week. We didn't get here in a month. Sometimes it took us years. And we're giving a man a shut-off date. We give you 1 week. If you're lucky, you get a week. Most of us want it within a day. If you figure it out, you can go. And the thing about it is, his reality sets in when he leaves you. So now he's thinking of a lot of things what society is thinking. Now he has to think about what society says and what he feels and what he has to dismiss about himself and what he has to listen to and what don't listen to. He's caught in two worlds. That's the way they call us, the best of both worlds. But sometimes it seems like it's the worst of both worlds if you're not strong to stand in your truth. Right, the LGBT judges him, especially. Yeah, it's usually guys don't like trans anyway. No, and like, yeah, a lot of men, who not all, and when I say this, I don't mean all men, all transgender men. I'm not saying all. It's by basis thing. Have a question: how to deal with someone who keeps using your pronouns wrong? You cut them off. When somebody can't respect you, sometimes you got to leave people you really love. Nova. Sometimes you have to listen. At the end of the day, we all gonna die. Just make sure your storyline said, I was strong. If you can't love me for who I am, even though I may love you as a mother, as a father, as a sister, as a brother, I gotta go. Remember, parents are something we come through. They're just our earth parents. God is our real parent. And if they can't accept the creation that God sent to them, then sometimes you just have to accept your truth and let it go. Sometimes you have to love people from a distance so you can hold on to your mental. Because I'm gonna tell you what happens if you love someone and they don't love you. The drugs come in, the alcohol come in. You don't care. You don't have to have sex because you feel like you're already dead anyway. This is why it's important to preserve your mental. Sometimes you have to leave people you really love. At the end of the day, we all gonna die, and I do believe in reincarnation. Some people don't, but I do. And I always said, if you don't believe me, look at the babies that come back and they already know how to dance and they already know how to move. And you feel as though, oh, he looks like me. But this is a whole new person. Now, he may look or she may look like you, but this is a real person here. Now, this person's not going to do what you say do. This person's not going to be who you think they should be for you. Because if you do monitor them and make them be what you want, guess what they're going to do? They're going to sneak. They're going to hide. Girls going to be doing things behind the back. Guys will be doing things behind the back because you couldn't accept the gift that God gave you because you had to recreate this person into what you feel as though, and you're the same person who didn't do what your parents wanted you to do, but you call yourself making it right, and then here it is, you're making another person. So like they're abomination, they are cursed, and at the end of the day, you didn't follow the rules as well. And there are people that, parents do the best they can with the tools they got to work with, but some parents should have never been parents. We have to realize that sometimes we sit back, we look at our parents, we're like, yo, who's this person and why did they bring me here? Like this parent is a little cray cray. But you don't say nothing, but you be saying, and see, you look at your parents, we have empathy for our parents because, like, yo, that's my parents. And some of us don't. Some of us, like, yo, I can understand who you are as my parent. I respect you. And some of us don't respect our parents. Some of us do. Some of us will let our parents beat on us, and some of us don't. We all come out different ways. And I live my mother. I live with my mother and my twin sister and my brother-in-law. Yeah, okay, that's good, Nova. Some parents are accepting. Some parents got the reality check, and some parents want things their way, or they throwing you on the street. Now, these parents that throw you on the street, I always find it amazing because they do know they're going to get old. They do know they're going to get need medicine. They do know that they got to go to hospice and the hospital. Somebody have to take care of them. But you threw away your child. Now you may want your child to come back because now you want your child to change your diapers and whatever the case may be, and you want to be put in the old folks' home where they slapping you and beating you. But you threw your blessing away. So now you're getting your just due for throwing your children away, and that's not all set in stone. Because some parents that treat your kids really good get thrown in there anyway, because their children were spoiled, they didn't care. But I always find it amazing. It's not set in stone. Once again, I say again, it's not set in stone where everything goes a certain pattern. Because we as human, we flaw. We don't always do everything right. We do things the best way we can with the tools we have to work with. Now, sometimes we are children. There's an old saying go, don't make fun of gay people because God will make, hey, Butterscotch, because God will make your child that way. So when God do make your child that way, when they're part of the LGBTQ, and you as a parent already know that your child is a little different, and that it's not set in stone once again, because sometimes parents don't know, because they're so involved in so many other things. Hey, Culture, how are you, love? So it's not set in stone. I'm always want you to remember that it's not set in stone. Nothing is 100%. It goes this way. It goes. It's not. We're all humans. We all come here a different way. We all have different stories. We all come here so many different ways. But when a parent has a child that's in the LGBTQ, what they'll do is, I always say, like the curse mechanism. If I had a child like that, they'll make fun or they'll laugh at somebody else's kid. And then when that child comes to them that way, they'll just disown them or throw them away. Now, when you throw your child away, do you still expect the blessing to come from what your actions are? Hey, Lady B, how are you? So do you still respect a blessing to come when you threw a child away? Now, you know how this world is. You know how it's hard for you to survive. You know that this work will be mean to you. You go to your job, people start stuff with you, and then you take your child and you throw it away as if it's a stranger that you met on the street that you didn't care nothing for. I can even say that because sometimes parents will treat a stranger on the street better than they'll treat their own child. So like I said before, it's not set in stone. But unfortunately, through these actions, a lot of times children become drug induced. They look for, they be abbreviated, getting high, because now they want to get out of their body and they want to be somewhere else. And whenever they feel like they're coming down, they start using another drug. And then here it is, we get in a world where a lot of people are on drugs and we can't reach them. Now we got people on drugs because the only thing they want to be was accepted, and it starts at home. But at the end of the day, some things start on the street. Then some things start in an adoption agency. Some things start in so many different levels because everybody comes on a different level. Hey, how are you, love? So it's so much more medicine. A couple of things for if religion, family, exactly. Religion has a lot to do with destroying lives, but they will never accept accountability for what they do. They will never stop accountability. When we watch these cars and we watch that tray that you pass forward and you're making a person be dressed, you have to be dressed a certain way to come to the church. But it says in the Bible that God takes you as you are. But here it is, you got planes, you got big churches, you're not paying taxes, and here it is, people can't eat, but you're trying to make sure you good. I'm in kitchen cooking. All right, Butterscotch. And the thing about it is, which sometimes we don't get there the right way. Sometimes we get there, it takes a time for it to catch on. It's just like when it came down to so many things across the board. But let me stay focused on the trans attracted men. So the thing about it is, when it comes to the men, they feel as though they have to apologize. Sometimes they start crying. Sometimes they go through this whole rebirth of being introduced to who they are because they're shamed. There are so many men that I know that's on drugs. I mean, good dudes, but they on drugs because their families disown them for feeling like they feel safe to share with their families, their fathers, and they did it, but they wasn't expecting the repercussions. And that's when I say, when you let a man get in his own head and he don't talk. Now you could talk him through it if he would talk to you. And a lot of times when a man used to be little, stop being a crybaby, be a man, shut up, stop trying to care. So you already taught him as a child to not show feelings. So here it is, you as a girl trying to talk to him, or a guy trying to talk to him or her to let them know what they're going through to help them. He already been shut down as a kid. And if he's been shut down from this height to this height to this height to this height, he's not going to share. At all, not all cases. Sometimes men will share, sometimes men won't. But if he's been shut down, you could save him from a lot. If he talked to you, you could save him. But if he don't talk to you, he let everything manifest. And of course, as a human, we we go to the bad things quicker than we go through the good things. We go, instead of us going through these things that could save us, we kind of listen to other people getting our head. And then we as humans get in an argument, he reflects back to what other people said. TD Jakes said, TD Jakes said King James was a homosexual. What you think? I really don't follow the Bible stuff too much, Deshaun, only because the Bible is written by man, and I always feel like everything was not everything. We don't even know if the right names we're using. We're spiritually based people. That's the only thing I believe in. I do read the Bible sometime, but mostly not at all. But I do believe in God, and I do believe in prayer. But I don't know if I'm praying. Let's be honest for a second. We all been taught to believe in God. We all been taught to believe in Jesus, who we don't see. We as humans as learned that we were all, as you got older, the slavery, and we were handed books. Now, we were handed books from different people. As Black people, we catered to, we absorb things. I don't really want to get into the Black thing, because the Black things, we have so much work to do. And everybody's not going to agree with me, and that's fine. But the thing about it is, as a slave, they said there were certain things in the Bible that talked about homosexuality, and they said the Bible, it was ripped out because they was like, "Nah, we don't want y'all to know this part about it, so we're gonna rewrite it and make it into the form we feel it's so." And there were slaves in the Bible, so there should be still slaves now. If you according to, I really want to go into the Bible stuff, because if you think about it, they said if a woman is not a virgin when she's married, she's supposed to be stoned to death. So if you're messing with a woman who's not a virgin, y'all supposed to kill her. So this is a lot. I mean, it's just like, to me, when I think about those things, I think about when somebody makes a horoscope sign and they say, well, who's the best sign? Like Gemini's is the best sign and everybody's the worst. So you can kind of tell who made the sign. So if you could kind of pick up on who made it by the person who say who's the greatest and who's the worst. So there's a lot. And back in those Roman days, it was women. Anyway, I don't want to get to all that. That's too deep. It's too much. And it's a lot. But the thing about it was, When a man says like when a man says he's attracted to girls, why is it that girls be like, excuse me, do you know what that is that you're talking to? Like they get into his head. And let's be clear when I tell you this. It be those allies. It's not always, it's not always the people who don't know. It be the allies and it be the gay men. So while we thinking it's always cis people, it be the same people that's hovering around you like a football team, same ones that's calling for you to make sure you don't have a job, to make sure that you have a horrible life. And here it is, you're thinking that is somebody straight, but it's actually people in the LGBTQ. When we get out of for jobs, it'd be a gay guy or a gay woman that don't look gay, that acts straight in front of society, that goes to other people and out us to make sure we don't have a job, to make sure we don't have anywhere to live. And it's like, well, I can't stand them people until you catch them out there in a gay club. And it's, oh, I thought you was straight, but here it is, you was gay. And then us, what all y'all do is prostitute. You call them prostitutes, but you make sure they don't have a way of living. You tell them they have to survive the best way they can. Thanks to you, you putting her out on the street, but you're supposed to be in the LGBT, but you don't have her back. But you call yourself an ally. You call yourself, you care about her. But in the same breath, you call her or him, but you call another dude your sister. Now you call another dude who lives as a dude, you call him your sister, but you tell her that you're everybody that she's a man. But you call another man that dressed like a man that lives as a man, you call him that's your sister. But you tell us we have to call ourselves two spirits, you have to call all these other things. And that's not what we signed up for. So is there any end to the transition? Oh, it's no end. So here it is. You basically want to try to destroy. That's why I always tell yourself, you have to be careful what people name you. If you get a negative reaction when you say something, then something you saying is wrong. And that's why I said I do not call myself that. When they got on this application, it says male and female. Choose wisely. If you don't stand up for something, you'll fall for everything. There was once upon a time they were called niggers. There once upon a time they called Negroes. There was once upon a time they called colors. Once upon a time called black. If you don't stand up for something, you'll fall for everything. You have to know your truth and don't let anybody rename you. Some gays want to be two-spirit women so bad and want attention from men and yeah, that's true. You know, I learned a lot when I was working in the bar in New York City. I learned so much, and the community I thought had my back didn't have my back. I was disappointed because I didn't know. I would have wished somebody would have told me, but no one never told me. My whole life has been trial and error. So I found out a lot of things through trial and error. Here it is. I could talk to a straight man who will have my back. And I could talk to a gay man and a gay woman who won't have my back. Now make that make sense. I can go to a straight woman who will have my back. And I go to a gay man and a gay woman who will, and I'm not saying every gay woman, every gay man, I'm saying every straight. I'm not saying it's not set in stone once again. But the ones who've always had my back has always been a straight woman and a straight man. That's had my back. The ones who always been against me, not in all cases, has been a gay man and a gay woman. And it piggybacks off of, and see if it's some two-spirit women, it piggybacks off of when you're trying to grow, when you're trying to stand in the forefront, you're going to be attacked. If you're trying to be a leader to help people, you're going to be attacked. If you're trying to help people live in their truth so don't commit suicide, you're going to be attacked. If you're the kind of person who's destroying lives, who's trying to make sure people kill themselves, you're going to get rewarded. You're going to get money because that's what people want. They want to see people self-destruct. They want to see people commit suicide, and they want to say, oh, that's just mental illness. Something's wrong with them. They don't want to accept accountability for what they do, but they want to step away from it when they get the reaction that they thought they would get. You got celebrities out here that are real people that finally get to the top. You got other people that are bloggers that try to destroy them. Not all of them, but they're trying to destroy them because it makes money. So if I destroy you, I can get paid for this. But if I try to help you, I won't get paid for this. And I watch the piggyback of it, and I sit back and I watch people do blogs and stuff. And so just try to do this, so and do that. So, do you think that maybe you had something to do with this? That y'all actually try to kill another human being that's actually a real person. But in the same breath, you want a reward. But when you get that same dish served to you, you upset, you pissed off. Well, you know what? I'm gonna tell y'all something. Now you got videos and you moving your head and you snapping your head. Now you mad because you got a taste of your own medicine. And it's amazing how it works this world. Or even I gotta judge because I prefer to be opposite friends to other. I get judged all the time. And that's the thing about a butterscotch. Unfortunately, we're all gonna get judged. We can't stop it. People gonna judge you on anything. If you're a cisgender woman and you got your own business and you are married to a cisgender man, the first thing they say is, "Oh, she a hoe." You know how she got that position? She slept with everybody again. Even though she didn't do that, another person will get in that man's head to talk about that woman. Unfortunately, that's the world we live in. People look for other things when it comes to people being happy. They try to find ways to destroy. If you're not strong, if you not have a strong foundation, and if you have a man, that's what it said. If I ever have a boyfriend or a husband, I want my relationship to be strong. When somebody come to him and say something to him, I want him to say, "Yo, let's sit down and have a conversation. Let me tell you what so and so say." Because that's important. You have to have that bond because everybody's going to come for you in your relationship. People don't want to see other people happy. I've always told y'all, if you ever have a relationship, do not post it online because somebody somewhere is going to get in that man. Let's face it, men are weak. Men are weak. Men are weak. Men are weak. There are some men that are strong, but a lot of men are weak. And then when somebody get in his head, he may listen. A lot of us would be in relationships now if men were strong, but they're weak. They're weak. And if they stand in it, you're never, well, these men y'all messing with, their bisexual. And I have to say, that's not true in all cases, because it all comes in. If these men were gay that were messing with us, gay men fight back. A gay man will fight back for his. So for you to say they got to be gay, a gay man will fight back. A gay man will fight for his man. A gay man will fist fight back. Straight men won't fight back. Not all the time, but they won't. They'll put a hat on, put something in the door. I don't want to send my pictures. The most king is supposed to be the straight man. He's the most cowardice man. And I'm not saying all men, but a lot of straight men are cowards. They're afraid. They won't stand up. You got a lot of birds. You don't have a lot of eagles. But when a black man that is a stand up or white man stands up, he will be attacked for standing up. And most times, not all, he'll be attacked by the same person that do the same thing he do, but upset because he's doing it. Instead of him standing with him to create a group or a unity and stand together, he's being attacked by somebody that's doing the same thing he's doing until they catch him out there. And then when he catch him out there, the first thing he says, "I don't want to talk about it." So why did you do that? Like, what is the purpose of destroying another human being? Like, why is this so important? Not even men ain't weak. Men are raised incorrectly. That's fine. I can accept that, Davis. That's how you feel. But I believe they're weak. Men are weak. Because I'm gonna tell you something. When you are a gay man and you are a gay woman, I mean, for real, we fight for hours. We don't care. We fight. When you're a straight man, that's when the down low lifestyle comes. So where's the down low lifestyle coming from? It's coming from the straight man. It ain't coming from the gay man. It's coming from the straight man. It's coming from the straight man who's gay, who's trying to be straight for society, but gay behind the scenes. It's coming from the straight man who's sneaking and hiding and ducking and diving. It's not coming from, not set in stone once again. It's not set in stone once again because it comes from, everybody lives their life differently. I want to keep pointing that out. It's not set in stone. But the thing about it is we're raised incorrectly. That's why. But we're all raised incorrectly. We're all raised incorrectly. It's what you decide to cling to and what you decide not to cling to. You sit back and watch your parents do a lot of things. The first thing they say is, don't lie to me. You got Santa Claus. Well, who's this man come to the chimney? It's a white man. It's a black man. He don't exist. Oh, so you lied to me first. So you lied to me first, but then here it is. I found out that you lied because you want to celebrate, but a lie is a lie. So when I start lying, now you mad at me for being a liar, but you raised me and you lied. See, the thing about it is that people don't watch what they do, but yet and still, when somebody else do it, they call them, oh, upset. Prime example, a black woman hates for a man to cheat. And I don't want to nationalize, but a black woman don't want a man to cheat. She wants a man to stop cheating on her. She wants a man to be strong. She wants a man to love her because they're raised incorrectly. In the black community, masculinity is based on a cult. Okay. It's some women that's raised incorrectly too. Women are masculine. Yeah, it's not set in stone. Once again, it's not set in stone. But let's call a thing a thing. They are, I can't talk about white people, but I could talk about black because I'm black. When black women, we'll just say women in general, don't want to be cheated on. But I'm only going to talk about black because I'm black. I can't speak on Spanish. I can't speak on white. I can't speak because everybody's different. And if I'm not in that community, I can't speak for that community. I can only speak for the black woman because I was raised by a black woman. And I watched the pattern of a black woman. That's why black women may get mad what I'm going to say, but it is what it is. A black woman hates to be cheated on. And when I say this, I don't mean all black women, because some black women don't even care. It's not set in stone. A black woman hates to be cheated on. And she has a son. When she has a son, sometimes when the son finds a girlfriend or a girl he's in love with, the mother has a problem with it. She feels as though that girl is taking her spot. It's not set in stone. It's not set in stone. So what she tells her son, you too young. You need to date more women and find the right woman that's for you. So she teaches her son to date a lot of women instead of being set down because he's too young. It's too many girls out here. You haven't lived yet. It's too soon for you to have a relationship with just a woman. Go out and find a lot of girls and find a one. So now, as a mother, you're teaching your son to date different women. And it's like an addiction. So when he get addicted to so many different women, then he do find one. Guess what? He's already been with a lot of different women. So now he's been with a lot of different women. He meets this one woman, and then she does something wrong. Guess what he do? He go out and mess with another woman. He's already been conditioned to be with a whole bunch of different women. He's conditioned to be with a whole bunch of different bodies. He done had sex with a whole different. He done had spiritual connections with a whole different souls and spirits and stuff. And here it is. Now it is. He got a woman. She do something wrong because in arguments, everybody has arguments in a relationship. We're not perfect. Then he steps out or she steps out. But I'm going to stay on him. So he gets taught. So now here it is. He's been taught by a woman to cheat. Then they say, why do men always cheat? He's got taught by you. Because when he came to you, he showed you the woman he wanted. It wasn't a woman, I don't like her. You define it. You made the woman relationship about you and her for him. So y'all fighting for him. But that's on a whole nother level. I'm not talking about the mothers who feel as though their sons are cheating on them with another woman, which is not supposed. It's like, are you having sex with your mother? Because why is your mother so? It's so many issues there. I don't even want to go down that rabbit hole. Because the one thing they teach girls, once upon a time, they buy her a Susie Bake oven. They teach her how to cook food. They teach her how to do lawn. They teach a woman how to build the house. They give her a baby doll to play so she can have her raise a kid. And you send the boy off in a whole other different direction. So you send him off to be a whore. You send the girl off to be a mommy. So how y'all going to do this pattern if you're not breaking the cycle? You have to break the cycle. You have to understand where it starts from in order for it to end. I'm so hurt about the layers of BS. It's true. We have so much work awards to do. And the thing about it is we're not perfect. Like I said before, we do the best we can, but we only can know how to fix it once we acknowledge it. If we don't acknowledge it, we can never fix it because we don't know we're doing anything wrong. We do so much damage to each other that we don't do more fixing. When we go to church and they go, "Oh, I'm going to talk about you homosexuals in my church," it's abomination. But here it is, your whole church is built up with gay people, whether you could figure them out or you can't figure them out, or but yet and still you're taking their money, and then they sitting in the church being talked about like a dog to their face. And then it's the thing of, I don't like gay people, but yet and still you sleeping with them. But you showing front for one thing, but you saying something else behind the scene until you're caught. This country has a lot. Exactly, David. So the thing is, like, it's so many levels. We have so many levels of things we need to fix. Um, Miss Butterscotch, the LGBT society is so-called closed-minded. We straight people are more open-minded than exactly. Exactly fine. Some of them are. Some of y'all are. Some straight people are more open-minded and more acceptable than the LGBT. Some of y'all are. But like I said before, it's not set in stone. Because some of y'all are not. So it's not set in stone. Because some it's weird because there's what's this group that's out here that's all women that's basically trying to post it out the two-spirit women and try to make sure they don't have jobs and make sure they don't get housing and make sure they don't get hormones and make sure they get destroyed. What's that group that's out here? I think it's called Red, or I forget what it's called. What's that group called? It's a bunch of women that's supposed to be trying to destroy trans women and trans men. It's a women's group. It's the fear that makes us closed-minded, afraid of being clocked and killed. But see, that clock stuff is stuff we start in our own community. If you see the clock stuff, when we say getting clocked, is what we started. We started that to destroy our own sisters. When they were when they was arresting women in the bathroom for being trans, they was arresting cis women. Cis women was getting arrested. And another thing, cis women don't like to be called cis women. They like to be called females. Also, lesbians don't like to be called lesbians, like to be called gay women. So when you say cis women, you're offending women. When you call women lesbians, you're offending gay women because they don't like to be called that. Just like gay men don't like to be called the F word. So, like I said before, it's and then there's some who like to be called lesbians, and there's some who like to be called. Was watching a video from lesbians and you put up the studs. Femmes date. Femmes, according to them, is the most dates femme. Yeah, well, with women is different. I've been around a lot of women and stuff, and a lot of women tell me different things and stuff. But I've been around a lot of gay women, and they'll share with me different stories, stuff like that. There's some gay women on here that talk about different things that have pulled me to the side and told me things which I try to correct myself when it comes to different things. When I used to say lesbians, and I say gay women now. I don't say lesbians, I say gay women because it's offensive. And once you tell me it's offensive, I have no problem changing the conversation. Same reason I also don't call yourself transgender women, but unfortunately, that picks up more volume with people more so when I say two-spirit women. Is some people get it, some people don't. And I always tell you, you have to understand the composition that you put out when you are talking about trans and you use that word. It is a negative word, but unfortunately, y'all don't get that, and that's fine. Everybody gets that differently. Some people need titles in order to exist in this world. I don't. I am not of the flesh. I'm the spirit. But that's a whole nother. I said whatever makes you happy, happy because all shifts. That's it. I think you all make most of your friends appreciate. Thank you. And that's the thing about it, Scott. Everybody's different, and we're all not perfect. We try to make it the best way we can through this thing we call life. And we watch the same thing. Okay. I went on another girl's timeline, which I did not want to do. And she was like, I'm going to set it straight about these. She wanted to talk about trans women. And I was like, okay, now I'm gonna listen to a little bit. When it gets too dark, I'm going. I'm not leaving a comment. I'm not gonna say nothing. I'm going because you know what? I'm gonna respect what she has to say, but I don't have to listen to it. Anything that gets a little too uncomfortable for me, I'm gonna leave. I don't speak for cis women as far as her journey and what she goes through as far as that. I can only speak to a cis woman when it comes to being raised, when it comes to being raised a certain way, because a cis woman raised me. Now, every cis woman has a different journey. Every cis woman is different. You got the good cis woman, you got the bad cis woman, you got the nice one, you got the polite one, you got the vulnerable one, you got the one you will fall in love with. I mean, it's all across the scene the same way it comes to two-spirit women. You got the nice two-spirit women, you got the ones we can't stand, you got the ones we try to stay away from. Nothing is set in stone. It's not like we're perfect because we're not. There's all different levels of everybody, everything. But when she started talking about us, and she started saying things like, well, if you was born with a certain anatomy, that's what you are. I don't care what you just, but she's, this, they started off with, I have no problem with you. You can live your life the way you want. However, that's when the problem began. She started saying, well, if you were born with this, then that's what you are. I understand what you want to say. And I said, it's fine. You can have children. Da, da, da. I said, okay, fine. Now, I can say the argument, well, a lot of cis women can have children, but I ain't, listen, I'm like, okay, that's as far as I got. I left. I was like, because to me, when you start saying you can't have children, so what about other women who want children? You just told her that she ain't a woman, and to me, that's offensive. So I'm a leave. So I just left because she's still a woman. Just because she can't bear children, don't make her less of a woman. But I understand how you think because we've been raised a certain way, and as children we're growing up, we only repeat what we heard. Sometimes people are willing to learn. Sometimes people just don't care. Sometimes people leave. Adam and Eve was the first people in the world. God made Adam, broke the rib off the made Eve, and then all other races came. Chinese, black, Chinese, Oriental came from Eve, and Eve, and so evidently Adam and Eve was first in the world, and Adam and Eve had sex with their children, and their sisters and cousins, so it's incest and everything. But they don't want to talk about that part. But anyway, I never grew up transition. Most I went through tomboy stage as a woman. Okay, what is a pansexual? Can somebody a pansexual is somebody who sleeps with a pansexual is somebody who sleeps with people they're attracted to. It's not about gender, it's about the attraction. Oh, because somebody said it. Oh, sorry. You look gorgeous. I am eager to see you are the man of your dreams walking down the aisle. Thank you. I'm sorry I can't read it. You know Raven Blonde. FILS Fowls. I think that's what he. I know a lot of pansexual people. There is a lot of pansexual people, Rose. A lot. A lot. But to me, that's just another label we throw on ourselves. We label ourselves. You could just say, I like what I like. Why you got to stamp me with something? That's the thing that gets these stamps. Psst, this is what you are going to section. Psst, this is your no. I'm not accepting that. People, low options of men allowed to speak. Yeah. The thing is that, but see, this is the thing that gets me. When you do all this mental stuff on people, what do you think happened to people when you leave them? This is the thing that people forget. When you leave people alone, what do you think happened to them? That means when we leave up this live and everybody goes to their room in their house, what do you think happened to them mentally? Did you do something to encourage them, to help them be stronger, or did you do something to tear them down? What do you think you did to help the person that was once you leave? Because we as humans, we supposed to be trying to help each other and pull people up the best way we can. So why is it so important to try to destroy another human being? And unfortunately, people feel like they do that because I hate this is our children growing up, not all set in stone. We hear things, we repeat it. My mom loves embracing my femininity, so this is that when I asked her to come. Swan, you just have to wait till she get there. Mothers are a whole different story. You have to wait till they get there. Some others will get there, some others just won't. It's just how much you're willing to allow. That's your decision. With me and the woman who birthed me, I don't call her my mother. I call her the woman who birthed me. I give her that title. I feel strange calling a woman my mother if you don't if you don't show love towards me. And I'm supposed to love you, but you don't love me. I may have came through you, but I don't call you my mother. I'll give you that because I'm going to save you the embarrassment of creating me. I'll save the father embarrassment of help making me. I'll save y'all embarrassment because y'all don't have to know me anymore. I'm going to give y'all back your life. And I go back to the man who created me, that brought me here. So I'll just return to sender. So I just go back to the man above. So when I have problems, I go to the man above and ask the man above to help me. I will let y'all have your life. Not let them because I'm not like your help. I'm gonna let you. I'm gonna step away and y'all can have a life. Just please don't acknowledge me. Just say I got murdered. Say I was killed. Say I died. Don't acknowledge me. Give yourself that much because you know people are gonna ask what happened to me. So just say I don't know. It disappeared. My life has been trial and me too, Davis, as well as getting older. I don't want to participate in the cisgender. Me neither, Davis. Um, I tried to blend in. Don't blend in. You don't have to blend in, Davis. Who says to blend? The best medicine you could do is stay away from people, but that's not worth everybody. Especially if you grew up with a bunch of family members. Sometimes that's hard. I grew up by myself, so it's easy for me to stay away from people. So probably if you grew up with other family members, you may be consumed to be around other people because that's what you're used to, you know. But that's not all cases because some people who go around out of family don't around nobody. It hurts, but the longer you stay focused on it, the less misgender makes sense. Exactly, hip was. Now I realize that was the wrong way. I grew up around hairstyles, so that's all I knew in it. Turn on. Hey, Davo, how are you, love? You know, remember that's the thing about it is that I just want to know why is it that maybe y'all could give insight on this. I gave you what I think about it. When men are attracted to us, why is it that people go after him and attack him? Why is this so important to attack a man for being happy? And why is it that men won't stand up for what they want? Why do they buckle down? And the thing about it is when they buckle down and they go back doing what they want them to do, they get a cis woman. Now the cis woman gets punished for not being a two-spirit woman. Now she's getting dogged, she's getting beaten on, she's getting dragged and everything because once again he won't stand up. Now he's with her, not all cases. Now she getting punished, she getting dogged, she getting beaten on because he said who he wanted to be with, he couldn't do that. So now he don't care. So now she's dating a dead spirit. No, it's not just boys, it's men, period. It's not a boys and men, it's just men, period. And women, but we're not dating them. Well, some of us are dating women. It's not set in stone to all. Does anyone else feel like they are about to lose their mind? Lose their mind on what, Dave? What's I just feel this is sad. I saw a guy that was dating him, and it's just really weird. It makes me upset because it's like the way they talk about us with such disgust. Like they make us feel like we're so disgusted. We're so disgusted. Maybe you are so talented with the hair. Thank you. But that's what I used to do when I was stressed out. I used to do my hair. It was my way of dealing with stress. Be who you are. Don't stray away. Fight your way. Exactly, Butterscotch. But everybody don't maintain that strength. And that's the same thing with the men, Butterscotch. If the men, I always tell men, I was like, and I always tell them, I said, listen, if we decide to be in a relationship, I need you to talk to me. I need you to come to me. I need you to talk to me because people are not going to be happy for us. Now, see, if this was a gay man, he'd be like, I'm good. Let him show up. Because a gay man already know they get it discriminated against. Gay men already know. These men are not gay because they don't know what to do. That's what I be trying to say. And I'm not saying sensitive, but most of they're not. Because if it was a gay man we were dating, he know what to do. He'd be like, oh, I'm good. Let him show up. I'll show them. And the ones who really don't, they don't know what to do. It's a whole new world. And they don't get it. They watching why you call this big dude with a beard and a mustache your sister. And why he hugging all over you, but no, he's a girl. How was he a girl and he got a full beard? It's confusing to him. He's stepping in a whole nother world. And we need to think about those things. We're pulling men in on that world. He don't get it. But you're attracted to each other. Be who you are. Just everything's COVID, all the trans were murdered in the state of everything. They will just take some deep breaths. Exactly. Who do you think most cis men are attracted to in the two-spirit? Who do you think most cis men are attracted to in a two-spirit? I don't understand the question, David. You said who are men attracted to, David? I don't understand the question. He left me. I'm so hurt about it. The work, money, time, and love waste. That's what men do, though. That's what women do. People leave you. Unfortunately, people leave you. We've left people they really wanted us. We left them too. I left people that wanted to be with me. I didn't want to be with them. But I didn't invest my time into them. I mean, like some people invest their time into you because it's only for reasons. And, when they get what they want, they're gone. But those are users. Unfortunately, that's not an LGBT thing. There's just the people that just mean. Unfortunately, that's how this world is. So, you have people that's evil spirits. They're just going to hurt people. They don't care. The mindset of a young man in changing, learning to accept people who they are. Yeah, the younger generation are better. In some cases, yes. The younger generations, that's why I told you reincarnation, your younger generation are your ancestors. And the older ones, it is nothing like talking to an old man who know everything. Me and men don't mesh anyway. But older men and me don't mesh. Because you can't control me. And then they come in, not all of them, but they come in with this mentality of do as I say. And I need to control you. When I roll the ball on the floor, I need you to go pick it up and bring it to me. In other words, looking for a Tina Turner so he can beat her and then say he do it. And it's real. And with me and older men, not all older men, like I said before, some set in their ways want it their way. And when they get set in their ways, it becomes problematic for you and other people. Mindset of younger men is changing about these people for years. I feel 30 years. Yeah, men will use you, unfortunately. Women will use you too. It is what it is. Or I'm sorry it happened to you. People use people. Men use people. Women use people. They just use people. You just got to have enough strength to know to leave, even though you know you're being used. And if you're a good person, you're going to get used again because they know your heart is good. When people know you got a good heart, you're a target. Unfortunately. And and even though you may get hurt, and then you say, you know what, I'm done. Nobody ever gonna hurt you again. You're gonna get used again. It's not funny. You're going to get used again because you're a good person. You may monitor it differently, but before you know it, you helping somebody else. You're like, okay, come on, let me help you. And you be like, oh, I said, what's going to help nobody? You're just a good person. You just can't help it. You're a nurturer. You care about people. Unfortunately, you just care about people. You have a good spirit. You may not like it, but maybe you have to hear about surgeries where people are breaking their feet and shrinking their foot size. Yeah, I've heard about people making themselves shorter. That's old. They're making themselves shorter. I've heard about that. They make themselves shorter and breaking stuff up to the thing about it, butterscotch, I think people don't realize that we're all getting old. When you start breaking off parts, you be looking for them parts later. When you get your body done, you be looking for them parts later. You have to. We do things. Hey, love, how are you? Ray. I just think we forget we're all going to go one day. So it's weird, but let me put my YouTube channel on Facebook so they know. Do I have anything up here that says? I didn't even know I have comment on here. Or do I comment on? Oh, it's stuff. Oh, I didn't even know. Hey, David, I didn't even know you was up here. They got my YouTube channel in case y'all want to come on here. That's over here. There it is right there. Yes, I'm in prayer on you. Yeah, they're gonna. If you're a good person, unfortunately, it happens. Nice meeting you too, Ray. If you're a good person, it's gonna happen. I'm sorry, you don't want it to happen. Who wants to get used? But unfortunately, it's gonna happen. I'm gonna get used again. If you're a good person, you're gonna get used again. Unless you're a cold person, then you probably never get used because you're too busy using. But unfortunately, people know your heart. People know your heart. They always test you out with little things, and you don't know you're being tested. But unfortunately, that's the world we live in. Just like people, it was a girl. It was a girl back in the day who told me, she was like, "That's just in general. You're a good person. Remember what we always say: trust your gut and trust your butt." No, David, that's what you always say. Trust your gut, not your butt. Um, you so much stupid butter, butterscotch. No, that's what you say. Trust your gut, not your butt. You know what? A woman has needs, Davo. Anyway, we all want to. I'm not gonna say we all want to speak for everybody. I want to find somebody. I want to be happy. I want to be in a relationship. I want to have a best friend. I want to. I want to have that, but I just want to. I just want to let him know, if he'll talk to me, what he signed up for. But I want a best friend. It may be impossible to ask. When I say a best friend, I want a man that's a best friend, that when something is bothering him, we talk about it. Now, I was dating somebody years ago, and I sat down and I told him everything that was going to happen when I was working in New York. And everything I told him that was going to happen, it happened. And instead of him coming to me and talking to me, he didn't talk. He let people get in his head. And they used the title, I'm Raven's friend. I'm Raven's sister. And they wasn't. They was out to pull him from me. By him thinking that there was somebody that cared about me, they got into his head. And instead of him saying, Raven, do you know so-and-so? Do you know so-and-so said? He listened to them and he looked at me differently because he already had the implant put in his head. Now, even though he knew different because they didn't know me, even though I showed him different because they didn't know me, he listened to them. And then now we're not together. And I always said this before, if you have a man in a relationship, do not post him online because so many people gonna be coming for him. They're gonna be gay men coming for him. They're gonna be straight women coming for him. They're gonna be two-spirit women coming for him. Everybody gonna be coming for him. And they're gonna be using these narratives. Oh, I love her. That's my sister. And then behind your back. And I'm not saying everybody, but there are a lot of girls and guys and people that's not gonna be happy for you. And they're gonna work on him. And if you don't have a man that has communication, that don't communicate with you, because men won't, not all men, but most men won't communicate. They won't tell you when someone is messing with him. And he won't really. But I have one man that I was with. He didn't play that. Actually, I had some men that we talked and they let me know. But some didn't. Some didn't. Men come different ways, people come different ways, stuff like that. Anyway, so Davo, what happened to my hair? You supposed to get me. Yes, I hate people on the outside. They listen to. That's the thing about it, Butterscotch. They listen to people that don't even know you. People that don't even know you, and you, especially within the Black community. People that don't know you is talking about you, and they listen. Like, how could you listen to somebody who don't know me and you know me? That's the one thing I can't understand. I could put you on your feet. I could get you together. I got you looking good. And here it is, they looking at you and they trying to get in your head. And then you go for them who don't know you, who don't know me. And you let their words be Bible. And you ain't doing your homework. But I never forget when the dude told me, he was like, I'd be a fool to leave you. And me being, I was like, I didn't pay no mind. People were getting in this head. Gay guys were telling me, yeah, Raven, I got your man here. I hope break y'all up. And I'm looking at him. Gay dudes was telling me they broke us up. The same ones I thought I was cool with was working on him. That's why I said keep them all away from your man. Because your friends don't even be your friends. Not in all cases. But you monitor people around him. And you monitor activity. And you monitor them eyeballs. Raven right about that. Some make sure you're a man and woman. Yes, they use that word. That's my sister. Oh, I love Raven. I love Raven. And they're behind your back. They're working on him. And if that man is not strong, he gonna listen. I love a man that when somebody's messing with him, say, yo, let's talk about this. Or he press record, let me hear them say it. And press record so I can play it back. So I could come and bust her right in the mouth. But anyway, I don't condone violence. But yeah. People don't be happy for you. Remember when Sierra and Russell got into a relationship and it was some girl sitting on Russell's Wilson's lap and the whole internet went crazy and told Sierra to get that woman away from her man? Remember that big thing was going on? They say stick and plain. They be looking. People don't be happy for you. They don't. They don't. They love breaking up relationships. And then they be like, well, um, They really wasn't for you. They really, child. Anyway, you remember that TV? Okay, I knew somebody saw. I saw she went. She went. The girl went right after her man, sitting on Russell Wilson's lap, and Sarah. They was like, Sarah, get your man. This girl is coming after your man, and she got a man. Look how far she done went since then. I'm telling you, it's not an LGBT thing. The thirst for a man or woman is real. That's why you ever see how dudes, hey Gina, you ever see how dudes, when they got a girl, they grab their girl away from men? I hate to say this, but like basically like Jay-Z do Beyonce, like Wendy Williams' husband, Kevin did with Wendy, because they know how people get people's head. I hate to use an example. But even I guess well look at Lala Anthony, I hate to say this, Kamala got into his head, went after him on the low. I don't want to say too many because some girls go after a man, and y'all know certain celebrities go after certain men when they were married and broke them up. They said if your soulmate married, break them up. The thirst is real. Yes, and pull that man away when he was happy and break it all up. Then he on the other side of the fence and now he not happy. Yeah, they try to work on it when they gay. Oh yeah. Oh, all I need to do is put on a wig and I could be with you. Wow, really? Now, if you was the kind of girl that would just punch you straight in the mouth, you'd be wrong. Raven, also don't leave a friend in your house. Oh no, Miss Butterscotch. No, no, no. Never leave your friend in the house with your man. Mm-mm. No, you right, Butterscotch. Never leave your friend in the house with your man, honey. Cause she be walking around the house. Could you help me put some lotion on my back? Mm-hmm. Mm-mm. 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 No one wants to see. No, they don't. But it's sad though. We have to be so overprotective of what we got. But you know what I don't agree with? I don't agree with another woman fighting another woman over a man. Because even though you fight him, he's still gonna get another woman. That's just the one you caught. You read about the other ones. Now, if it was your sister, I'm not gonna say. If it's your sister, it's gonna hurt. Now, I dealt with someone that one of my sisters went after somebody I was in love with. It hurt me, but and I was also in a relationship before Upala Land. A guy was dating. This guy went after him. He's probably on this live because snakes everywhere. And went after him. Called himself my friend. But see, I didn't know stuff like this. I didn't know people went after. I thought people would be happy that you got. You'd be like, oh, I want to introduce you to my boyfriend. You'd be all happy to celebrate him, and you just throwing him into the wolves, and that's not what you was doing it for. If my friend meet my man, exactly, yeah. But I'm gonna tell you something. Your action's gonna be different if it's your friend. If it's your friend, child, it. When I found out when one of my friends that had hurt me, I ain't gonna put that on live. But anyway, you just gotta watch your friends. Hey Misha. Hey Belly. Let me see the virtual. Hey David, virtual. You will find the one for you. Your heart is for. Love you too, Misha. But yeah, you have to be careful. Yes, y'all all need watch a movie. I'm the kind of woman I'm on. So yeah, me too. I stay. You have to preserve your mental. 5 fingers strong. Exactly. But we can't. See, that's the thing about it with me. Like with Dude, I thought me and Dude was gonna be together forever. But this is before. This is before this Raven. I mean, that Raven was sort of hard, flying above my head. I was all in love. I was different. I saw things beautiful. I saw flowers. I saw walking down the aisle. I saw wedding gowns. I just love men so much. And I just knew that God blessed me with a man, never realizing that the devil could send a man first before God sent it. I was just so happy. We was like best friends. He was my best friend. We were so happy. I wanted the world to see him. Boy, when I tell you I got my butt kicked, mm-mm. And we was still been together. We was like best friends. He he would he was on probation and he would sneak. He ain't on probation now, so I can talk about it. He was on probation and he could sneak out. He would sneak out of the state to come be with me. And I used to lay in the bed and I was like, we can't do this. I'm so scared you're gonna end up going back to prison. Because I was oh, like you're gonna end up going back to prison. He's laying in the bed. He said, I don't care, I want to be with you. He's lay right in the bed with me. I said, oh my God. I knew he loved me because he didn't care. And when people saw that, he celebrated me behind my back and they got in his head. And if he would have told me, which he didn't, we'd have still been together. But he didn't. And now we're not together. Now I don't trust him because I feel like if anybody could break our bond, then it's not a bond. Sometimes you could be in love with somebody more than they in love with you. Yes, I mean all friends because I'm like Kelly's story. Exactly, Butterscotch. So, it becomes problematic because it's sad though. It's so sad. It's so sad. But I want to talk about the fact that I just don't think that is fair to shame men for being happy. And I don't feel as though men have to give like an apology for being attracted to us. Like they gotta cry. Just like the guy at my job, he started crying and everything. He ran out crying. I'm like, what you crying for? First of all, then I talked to this other guy. He was like, well, maybe they feel like they have to defend themselves because of being with you. Defend themselves. That's how I know they ain't gay. That's how I know they ain't gay. But I'm not saying set in stone. Because some men mess with us just to get over to be with gay men. Some men mess with us for trial. They mess with us to see if they could go to the other side. So we're like the middle person we use to get over to be with a man. So they use us to finally be with a man. So they use us. Okay, let me see if I do this much. Then if I could use this part, I get used to it. Then I could go have to do it. And then after that, maybe trying to deal with sexuality and they are going crazy stuff. It's a lot, Gia. But see, it's not a lot. It's not a lot if they choose themselves. If they choose themselves, they good. But if you choose society, then yourself, you messed up. Society don't even like society. So why would you go to them for their approval when they don't even care about each other? You got a whole shows with black women fighting, white women fighting on reality shows making money. So clearly they don't have it together. So because if they had it together, we wouldn't be seeing this. We would be seeing that a black man slapped a woman on the butt and she got murdered because she hit him back. We wouldn't be seeing this stuff. So they don't have it together. But then we want to go to them and ask for approval when they can't even get it together. They don't have it together. But then you want their approval when they can't figure it out. You know, the ones get, a lot of them don't know how because they are taught to be straight by stuff. Yeah, they're taught to hate themselves. Yeah, they force people to be straight, and they're not straight. They fought this whole I can't believe it's a gender. They trying to force everybody. Y'all trying to force us to be something we're not. And guess what? The ones who fight back, y'all should be glad because we stand in our truth. Just imagine how many of us don't fight back. That's sneaking around. Because let's be honest, there are a lot of down low women too. That's gay. There's a lot of gay down low women, but nobody talks about that part because it's supposed to be accepted. But there's a lot of gay down low women, but it's not accepted everywhere. Because men feel as though what's between his legs can make her cured for being gay. It's not about what's between the legs, it's what's between the ears, but people don't get that part because they want to be right. They too busy destroying lives instead of helping lives. And that's the problem we have with this world. If it's bad, I want to watch. If it's good, oh my God, I was so bored. They don't want that. You can make money off destroying human beings and get rewards. So when you sit in the house and you destroy a whole bunch of lives, you sit in the house of a destroying people. You sit in the house of a suicide. You sit in the house of a somebody can't beat it no more. You sit in the house of a killing somebody. But yet and still, you feel good about it. So when something bad happens to you, you want us to feel bad for you when you got your just due. Because that's what you wanted. But for some reason in the world we're living in, bad behavior is rewarded. Good behavior is not. That's just why I don't blame. Is that sentiment? That's why I don't blame the girls for changing their asses up money. Exactly. If you're going to keep me in the secret, you're going to pick. Exactly. And they get upset. But see, the thing about the money situation with the girl, cis women already train men on giving them money. So we only just taking we're just a part two of it. Cis women already train men on giving them money. It's not like something we started. Cis women already started that. They already started that. So we only following the pattern. They already. We just following behind them. First come them, we walk behind them. We just in the shadows. Hey, Cinema, how are you? We're in the shadows. They the CEO, we the student or whatever. You know, but at the end of the day, it is what it is. But I just don't think, and when I say this, I'm not talking about all cis women, I'm talking all two-spirit. I hate that I have to keep saying it because people try to lump everybody in a box. I don't want people being lumped in a box because we're all different individuals. And then there are people that are attracted to us. Instead of them standing up being happy, they'll go through their whole life being unhappy. Their whole life being unhappy. You go through their whole life. And the thing about it is sad though. It's so sad. Can you imagine living your whole life being a secret? Your whole life. And you know, God sees all things. So while you hide from everybody else, God already see what you're doing. So when you sneaking in and in that bed with doing what you're doing, you don't think God is watching you? Let me stop. I don't even go there. Can we talk about the heterosexual cisgender Jimmy, how they tried to put the boxes and quick? But see, this, you know what, Davis? This is the thing that society does. They're putting us all in boxes. We don't fit in boxes. We don't fit in boxes. We're real people. But you want to make us into computers. We are real people with real issues. We all come different ways. We all don't move through this life the same pattern. We could do things close to someone else, but not exactly. We could do things close to this person, but not exactly. Nothing is exact, but they want to put it about, well, this is not in your box. You're not supposed to be, you're supposed to be in this box. You stepping over the box. These are real people. Pay me before you live. Exactly, Butterscotch. Give me some money, honey. That's right. That's why I put my PayPal up there, honey. Give me some money. Because at the end of the day, it is what it is. And I always said before, when people commit suicide, do people ever think that maybe your mental abuse on there was too much? It's too much abuse. The judgment call is crazy when it's not enough. It's never good enough. So why try to blend in? Just stand out and say, put your earphones on. They don't exist if you don't look at them, and keep on moving. Miss Chi Cheese, how are the fun? How are you, KN? How are you, love? One day people will come together and I'll just exactly, Deshaun. The thing about it, Deshaun, people are gonna judge you on anything. That's the thing I be telling dudes. I be like, yo, people gonna talk about you till the day you die. It doesn't matter who you with. If you have a beautiful woman, they're gonna talk about her. If you have a heavyset woman, they're gonna talk about her. If you have a woman that's rich, they're gonna. Why do you care? You give people too much power over your life. When are you gonna be a leader and stop being a bird? Because leaders create leaders. So if you're a leader, your wife will be a leader. Obama and Michelle, be leaders. Beyonce, Jay-Z, be leaders. Sierra, Russell Wilson, be leaders. Lala Anthony, because I love Lala. And Camelo, even though it's not a good example, but be leaders. Lala's a leader. I love Lala. It's someone else I'm forgetting that I always talk about. Oh, the Ellises. I love the Ellises. Leaders. It was another YouTubers I used to watch too. And I don't see them that much more. They used to come, they went after them left and right too, but I don't see them that much anymore. On the timeline, I never asked him for nothing. I just wanted him to be happy. I couldn't. Exactly, was you have to leave because you weren't supposed to be there. Sometimes God had to remove people from your life because you wouldn't do it. Sometimes the truth hurt, Awards. Sometimes if you don't do the right thing, God will do it for you. They'll make the person leave because they wasn't going to do nothing for you. You should be grateful for what the disease that he's going to bring to you that he couldn't get a chance to do. Not saying they had the disease, but sometimes people heading somewhere God didn't want you to be the person that's going to be a part of that storyline. So even though you may not like how it happened, sometimes God have to make the person leave you because you wouldn't do it. Because something happened to them and you had to be out the way because you didn't deserve it. Well, since we new president got in office, bullshit stand. The black boy is starting to turn the white girls in. Since the new president got into office, a black boy is starting to turn the girls again. I don't understand, Jay, what that means. Yes, it's true. So since they are trained to get the money to cis women, so they should be probably. They already know. Men already know, girl. Cinnamon. Men already know to get the money. I mean, who hands over money willingly? They get pissed off. Not all men. Some men don't. Some men will look out for you. Some men know your struggles. Some men will be like, I understand what you're going through, and I know how history have done y'all. I'm gonna help you out. Now, some men gonna help you. Some men like, yo, listen, I'm gonna help you. And then some men be like, yo, if I'm giving you some money, you gotta give me something. You gotta do something for this money. But some men got good hearts. Some men be like, yo, listen, I'm gonna be a person that's gonna be a person who helps somebody in their struggle because I know all the stuff y'all go through. I know they're murdering y'all. I know they're killing y'all. It may not help a lot, but it's gonna help you a little bit or something. You know what I mean? But then there's some that I don't care. I'm just gonna get mine. They don't care nothing about you. Nothing. That's why you have to protect your spirit. You have to be careful who you allow around you. They bias how we pushing a gay agenda, tons of. Yeah, they always talk about the gay agenda. They talk about the gay agenda, but they don't talk about the straight agenda. They don't talk about the straight agenda. They got so much. They got so much mess to clean up. They shouldn't be looking. Not this old saying: clean your house before you look out the window. Clean somebody else's. Cause life is still gonna move on without it. Without you, there gonna be more gay little boys. There gonna be more gay little girls. There be more two-spirit women. There be more two-spirit men. There gonna be more tall, short, dark, light, black. It's still gonna move on. So clean your house, fix your house up, and leave people alone. Be a part of that party. Be a part of a party of I'm on my business and it got nothing to do with me. I ain't in it. Be a part of that party. The mind your business party. Be biased. The black boys that start is trying to hurt us. What men are gonna do, the men, you just gotta be careful, G. Unfortunately, you just gotta be careful how you move. And I talked about that before. When it comes to people in general, you have to be careful who you allow in your life. You also have to protect your spirit because everybody's not going to be for you. But you need to stop texting men and hear them on the phone. Stop all that texting and listen to that vibration, that spirit on the phone. Until y'all stop texting and listen to that person talk, there's a lot more y'all gonna be murdered. Stop listening to a text. You can't get a personality through a text. Listen to him talking. He's gonna show up in that phone conversation, but he can't show up in the text. Y'all too busy texting people. Have a conversation with him. Hey, Pink Bubble. These are interesting. There's a lot of money tight, so don't think they're gonna give exactly, but it's cut. A friend of mine, which is a YouTuber, really needs some money. Does she go about it? Tell her to set up a live stream or put her cash app on her page. Put her cash app on her page, just like I did. Put a cash app on her page and tell people to contribute. Whether it's $1 or $2 or whatever. Every little bit helps, honey. $2 is more than $2 you. Almost girls hit by stolen cars the other day. Yeah, but you got to be careful. You got to be careful. It's almost beat to death. Nobody. You got to be careful. You have to be careful. You just got to be careful. I mean, like I said before, everything is not an LGBT thing. It's just people mean. It's not just an issue. You got mean people in the world. You got nice people. You got mean people. Hey, Maya, how are you, love? How you been? It's just got mean people in the world. You just have to monitor people. But the ones who come in with you in your, what's this thing called? In your circle, you have to monitor them. Some men are strong. Some men are your best friend. Like some men is your best friend. And then some men are weak. Some women are strong. Some women got your back. And some women are weak. It's not set in stone. Everybody's different. Everybody comes at you with a different story. Everybody comes to you differently. But one thing about me, I don't like toxic masculinity. I don't like no man trying to tell me what to do. I don't like nobody telling me my story. I don't like nobody telling me how I'm supposed to live my life when you ain't living it. That's the one thing I don't like. And I had a big argument with a man who has his own construction company who wants to tell me about my life and how I should live my life through his eyes. He ain't been through nothing I've been through, but he wants to dictate me and tell me about me. How we meet through phone conversation, then how through talking, not texting. Give me effort, not me. Yeah, you need to talk. You need to talk to people on the phone. Every time I've had a phone conversation, Cinnamon, The real person showed up. If you listening, a man gonna tell himself after a while, just listen. Don't dominate the conversation. Throw little things at him. He gonna show up. And just don't be so lost in how cute he is, how fine he is. Remember, fine men kill too. Crazy come in all forms. People think the devil is ready to. The devil, crazy come in all forms. Remember what's on the menu? I got my macaroni. Look. They got my food right here on my table. Because I'm only supposed to be on here for 30 minutes. I said 30 minutes, I'm leaving. It's been an hour and 48 minutes. And I told y'all I was not going to be in long. I got chicken nuggets and macaroni salad. I made it. And I'm drinking coffee to keep me awake. Black coffee. Yeah, I know y'all always want me to go FaceTime. Y'all be like, FaceTime. I don't be wanting to go FaceTime. But I do it now because y'all be wanting me to come on live. I don't know why. But I also appreciate the ones who always give me a little gift. Thank you for everybody who contribute to my PayPal. I appreciate it. I appreciate you too, David and Nova. I know y'all be wanting me to come on live. I'm like, maybe no way. I don't like to come on live when I don't feel positive. Because I don't want my energy to affect your energy. But some things bother me, especially when I'm watching guys make confessions as if they've done something wrong. He's confessing to like a crime of dating us. And I think that's not fair to him. Why punish him for being happy? And why do he feel like he got to make a whole blog to feel like he's going to get attacked for saying who he loves? That's just not fair to him, to me. I don't think that's fair. I got macaroni salad, butterscotch. I usually never catch from the start something. Yeah. Ain't you me? I'm so blind. Yeah, I've been on live for an hour and 50 minutes. And I'm about ready to finito. Yes, I went to the store and I bought me some French fries. I know I'm not supposed to have it because you know I got the high blood pressure and stuff. And um I need to go to the hospital soon. I'm gonna be dead in here. I also think we're limit standards when it comes to these men. They're expected for you to. Oops, I thought I put the expected to spend and get them all he wants. Yeah, but see the thing about it, Maya, is this: is that no matter what society says, these men really are straight. They know nothing about our world. Now, no matter what people say, they be straight. A gay man knows how to deal with people like this. A straight man don't, because we know how to give it back, and the gay man know how to give it back. A straight man don't know what to do, because you hit him with a whole bunch of stuff he's not used to. And I'm not saying set in stone for the record once again. So he's not used to all this stuff. So he don't know how to handle it. That's why I said it's important for him to have a conversation with you if he will talk to you. But as a child growing up, he's told in order to be a man, he's not supposed to talk. But we need him to talk because parents have not raised their children correctly. Men should be able to cry. Men should be able to hug another man, hug another woman without being considered gay, whatever the case may be, by showing love. Men should be able to walk up to their wives and kiss them and hug them and hold hands on the street with everybody going, "Oh my God, look at them." And it should be celebrated. It should be celebrated. We should celebrate people in love. We should celebrate seeing people love. Why do we always have to make it about ourselves when somebody's showing this person? You see two guys hugging each other, holding his hand. You see two girls hugging. Why do we, oh, okay, I see y'all. It's not about us. They're showing their love, their affection. For other people that can't do it, they're showing their strength. So why is it that we have to embrace more the negativity and not showing people that we embrace more the love? I'm talking about the approach of men. Well, the thing about it with men, you gotta basically deal with them how they come to you. If you're on some negative stuff, you put not supposed to be there. If a man is willing to walk the walk with you, you need to have to talk with him. And he may fall and he may follow through. But men are attracted to us, and men are after us, and men are dating us, but they don't have the right tools to use. And when you call yourself, and I told you this before, I told y'all better stop calling yourself trans. Because that means you're a man and a woman. And if a person get a gut in their feeling, then obviously you saying something wrong. You stopping your growth. Now, if that's what you need to do is call yourself a label, then that's what it is. But you have to understand what you need to find something that fits you. You can say you're a two-spirit woman. That's a spiritual thing. I'm a spirit inside of a body. A third gen, I'm a spirit in a body. When you call yourself trans, I'm a transformer. They make fun of it. You already know the narrative that goes to that word. And you tell a straight man to be with you and you consider yourself a woman. And then when he tells that same thing that he's dating a trans, what do you think the people are going to say? Oh, you dating a man. That's exactly what they're going to say. Because we are creating a narrative for him to follow through on. You stopping everything. But that's up to you. Like I said before, everybody's not going to agree with me. Everybody feels they have to do for it. And that's fine. Some people need labels. I don't. I told another man I said, don't call me that. He's like, yeah, but I said, don't call me that. He didn't know how to deal with me. He's like, well, the other girls call themselves that, and you ain't no different. Well, the other girls ain't got no sense. I'm not the other girl. Date that girl. I know the difference because I do my research. I do my homework. I don't follow just because you drop bird craps. I don't follow it. I make my own life. I create my own storyline. I don't flip through the pages of somebody else and say, okay, I sit here. No, I flip through the pages and make my own story. When I die, it's going to be the way I wrote it. It's going to be the way I lived it. Not following through on what another person said do. These idols of the world always call you by old dead name, even the transition. Of course, you mean, because ignorance have to have a place in the world. Even though they may call you that name, you don't answer to it. You don't answer to it. And they'll get tired of it when you don't answer. When you show them how you feel about it and cut them off, they'll either fall to do it your way or they cut off. Y'all may have to cut people off y'all love until they get it together. Even when you come on live, I be turning with my food, push it to you. Think about it. I agree with two spirits have. Exactly. The thing about it is that you regardless of what they call these men are straight. Because if we look like men, they will be dating men. We don't look nothing like that. So the thing about it is that when society tells you this, the same way this is called black people, the N-word, it still is in certain cases, they cater to it. Create your own storyline. Remember who your target is. I would love to date a gay man. It wouldn't matter to me. But a gay man don't want me because I don't look like what he wants. And I'm not saying all gay men, because some gay men are messing in there, but I'm not what he wants. But Our target is straight men. They're not gay. But we need a straight man to sit back and not be a bird, not sit back and do a what's this thing called? Well, let me explain. Like I'm out. That energy, any energy anybody gives him that he don't need it, he need to just leave. When a man is a king, he don't answer to no one. They answer to him. When a man is a king, he answers to no one. They answer to him. That's how you know you dating a leader. But when he sit back, wait, well, let me explain. Let me explain. Oh, well, this is how it is. That's not a king. That's not a king. Because he don't have to answer to nobody. The same way a gay man has to answer to nobody. The same way we don't have to answer to nobody. We don't answer. You just watch the back of our head as we walk away. Because nothing about you. We don't see you. And that's the thing about standing in your truth. You answer to no one. You don't apologize for who God sent you down here to be. Because there's a bunch of other ones that's watching you, that need you here, that can have the strength that you have, that's going to push through, that's going to knock down doors. Instead of closing doors, when you walk through it, you're going to be knocking down doors. You're giving her the strength to not kill herself or himself tonight. Because like, I needed to see this because I was at my end. But if somebody would have stopped you, you wouldn't have been available to save that person behind you, that young person looking on, that young man or young woman looking on, said, well, damn, they don't care. Then maybe I need to rethink how I'm doing things, and maybe I shouldn't care. So they'll start changing their narratives to make things much more different. Definitely would do if I would get chances and I be cut off. The thing about it is you can't leave you, me. No matter what you do, you can't leave you. You can leave everybody in the room, but you can't leave you. If the one thing about me, I say this, you have to do everything your way, at your time, at your speed. Don't live your life for other people. You have to be happy. Don't wait till you on the deathbed and you dying, mad at everybody. Because people still gonna live their life. They still doing what they want to do. And some may be doing the same thing you doing, except they sneaking and doing it, but telling you not to do it and they doing it. That's like walking in on a person who drinks and told you don't drink, but they drinking. I thought you said you don't drink no more. Oh, I don't want to talk about that. Hey, Haynes, how are you, love? At work, I would look as a man talk. Well, you mean it's not ready. The thing about it is, the thing about it is you have to do things your way, sweetie. You have to do things your way. And if you're not ready, you're not ready. Because when you're ready, you don't care. When you're ready, you don't care what nobody say about you because people going to talk about you anyway. But if you're not ready, then don't do it until you're ready. It's not like it's a time lapse. Well, I got to do it. No. When you're ready, you're ready. I am a master program. I realize the further I get in school, the more these men are less appealing to me. And I don't have nothing going for them. Exactly, Mike. They don't. People live for other people's approval. I don't. I mean, I always said the ones who brought me here, if they don't want me, then anything else is wrong. You ain't got to accept me. You ain't got to accept me. I have to accept me. I have to love me. And I have to realize what I'm going to tolerate and what I'm not going to tolerate. You talk to a psychiatrist, they will help you further. The thing about psychiatrists, I mean, if you could get there, get there. But the thing about it is you have to be happy. The thing about Two Spirit World, to me, my personal opinion, not set in stone, if you are genetically who you are, you're already there. You don't transition because you already been there. You already been there. So you have to think about that too. You know what? You, you, anyway, she's only trying to help you. Okay, like I said before, like I said before, you have to do it your way, at your time, at your speed. I tell anyone this all the time. It can't be done by no one else but you. You have to do it your way, at your time, at your speed. It has to be done your way. It can't be done my way. It can't be done next girl way or the next girl. It has to be done your way. When you had enough and when you tired, when enough's enough, you'll know. You will know. When enough's enough, they're gonna die and you're gonna live. But it has to be done your way. But a lot of times, damn, that goes me. Miss Butterscotch, you know what? I don't trust. I'm not gonna say anything about it, but I don't trust people, but you already know. So I definitely don't trust psychiatrists. I don't trust therapists. I'm not saying that they don't work. I don't trust them. I have trust issues. I have trust issues. I never forget when I went to church. And when I went to church, because I was about to commit suicide. And I went to church and I wanted them to save me because I didn't want to commit suicide. So I needed to hear the message from the church to save me. I went to one church that told me I was on drugs, and the Lord revealed to them I was on drugs, which was not true. But they said I was on drugs. I went to the next church. They told me I didn't make it there on time. So they closed the door and said I had to come back another time. Now, remind you, here is a person that's about to commit suicide. And they say, well, you didn't make it to church on time, so you got to go back another day. This is church now. Then I go to the other church, and the church said, I said, at the service, now, when a person wants to commit suicide, they're not telling anybody what they're going to do. They're just going to do it. So I didn't let anybody know what I was going to do. So I went to the next church, and the next thing I went to this church, and then I went to the next church, and then some of them will help you get hormones though. Some of them will help you get hormones. But you know what it is? You need to see a doctor though. You need to see a doctor. You need to see a doctor for the hormones and stuff like that. Now we do bad jobs of supporting each other and a great job at steaming. That's true. I have a situation where a girl badmouth me for a man. They're gonna badmouth you, Maya. That's how this world works. For a man. That's why I say you need a strong man. Like Kevin Gates said, the people just want your money and out. The problem exactly. I went to the next church, Butterscotch, and I went there, and the preacher told me that I went to church and I was just like I was there. I was there in body, but the spirit was gone. Like I was like I'm out of this. Like I hate this world. I want to get out of here. I don't like these people you call parents. I can't stand them. I want to get away from them. And I hated that God made me that I love people. I didn't want to love people no more. Like I have a forgiving spirit, and I didn't want to have this forgiving spirit that I would forgive people even if they hurt me. I kept forgiving people. I kept forgiving people, and I didn't want to forgive people no more. And I felt the only way I could get out of it was to split. So, I went to the next church. I left out. I was about to go home. The preacher told me, say, let me come home with you. I said, for what? He said, I want to help you clean your room. I'm Gemini. But you know, you get older, you change. Right, David? Get out of the environment. Exactly, David. Says she's having a yard sale. Who's having a yard sale? Sometimes I think if I was an escort type girl, I could have. No, but you know what you mean? All you need to do is just find a hormone doctor. They'll give you shots and stuff, and you'd be surprised. But the thing about it is, you just have to, like I said before, preserve your mental. Make sure you're mentally ready. Clean your room, Miss Sugar Wall. I figured I'm too. spirit. Amen. Exactly, mine. I really picked up my transition when I was started seeing. I got my hormones. Yeah, you know it's avenues, awards. You know, you do it, whatever works for you. She helped me get hormones. Okay. Yeah, some of them do. Some do help you. You go to a therapist, and then if you want to go all the way to the SRS surgery, Lord Jesus, I said I was getting off for 30 minutes. Um, then you get the SRS surgery and stuff like that. You know, and all that. Estrogen has nothing to do with hormone. What was meant for me? Um, the movie. What movie? Let me show. You know what? Sorry to keep you waiting, but glad you got fine. No, just take time. You mean like I said before, it has to go your way. It has to go your way. I tell everybody, let it go your way. No matter what anybody says, it has to be done your way. Your way. Not what anybody else says, your way only. Sometimes some of these churches can make a girl feel worse. Oh, they do, Cinnamon, with their judgment. Hello, Raven. Hey, Maribel, how are you, love? I'm okay, sweetie. Find a doctor, change your name. Yeah, she know what to do, Maya. The thing about it is, you meet it. She just have to. She has to. She has to do. She been here long enough. She know what she got to do. She just have to do it her. She has to do it. She has to do it at her time. I think she has to be tired, Maya. You know what I mean? When you get tired of it, we all get to that point in life. We're like, you know what? I ain't doing. I'm doing it. You know, she. It's like a drug thing. When you get tired, you get there. But she has to do it her way. We could scream or whatever, but it has to be done her way. Most girls won't even give the advice Raven done. That's why. I love you too, you me. That's old. How old are you, me? We don't judge people here. We just let people live their life and their truth. It's not about how old they are. They have to live their life. It's not, please, let's not make this an age thing. Let's just, I'll be seen. Let's not do that to people. Um, yeah, everybody's different. You know, everybody's different. You know, like I said before, we have to, like I tell everybody, we can't make other people's story our story. We have to set people for what they could get to and not make it about us. I told you that's one of my pet peeves. I don't like people making somebody else's story about you. It's not about you. You don't know what they've been through. You know what they're going through. You know what I'm saying? Excuse me. So let's not do that. I'm asking because it's service provider. Okay. But the thing about it is my program services trans. Oh, okay. So you got to cut off. So you got to cut off the 1625. But thank you. That's cool. That's great. But what about the girls over 24? So we don't get no love. It's like them stimulus checks. Excuse me. Excuse me. I don't qualify either. Oh well. But thank you, Maya. Every little bit helps. She reminds ahead. Anyway. Oh, but thank you. 83,000. I'm about to leave and you come popping in. I always late. I'm about to leave. I said 30 minutes. I've been on here for 2 hours and 11 minutes. This is not cool. Okay, I'm about to leave Facebook. Hey, I'm Elizabeth. What's up, Mama? I'm about to close Facebook off. Okay, thank you everybody on Facebook for watching. I didn't know the camera was over there. Thank you everybody for Facebook for watching. Hey, Bon, how are you, love? But thank you everybody on Facebook for watching. I'm about to close it down. Y'all have a blessed day. I've been live 2 hours. Oof. Y'all have a blessed day and stuff. And talk to you later. Raven over on YouTube. Okay. I think Facebook is stopped. Your video has ended. What are you doing on it? I don't care. I could care less. Okay, here we go. Um, you mean Colin Lloyd? Colin Lloyd's don't always accept everything now. Raven, you know who I am. I was the program coordinator of Trans Justice. Oh, okay, love. Maya, I've always late to the okay. Colin Lloyd. Yeah, Colin Lloyd don't cater to everybody unless you got insurance. Cause they told me before they was like, you got insurance? Like, no. They're like, but we don't help you if you ain't got insurance. So Colin Lloyd don't help you if you ain't got insurance. Unfortunately. But you know who else you can go to these what's this thing called? Community health centers. Yeah, Colin Lloyd, they don't use they say they'll help. I called them up tons of times. They was like, no. Unless you don't got no insurance, you can't come. You need to have insurance at Colin Lloyd. It's in New York City. Don't you mess YT Facebook. I don't know what YT means. Riven, don't you love when you we come? You know what? I'm glad y'all came, but I've been on here for 2 hours. I said I was only be here for 30 minutes. 30 minutes. I'm on here 2 hours and 14 minutes. That's not 30 minutes. In NYC, they don't have it. Yes. No insurance is assigned. I mean, I'm all for it, Maya. Lord knows. I'm all with it, especially the shots, honey. I'm all for it. Why did it sound familiar? This thing? I can't click on it though. In-house pharmacist. I've seen this before. I've seen this before. But this went down at one point. I think I got on stuff. I got some stuff like this before. Let me bookmark this page. I'm coming to it. Well, thank you, love. Thank you so much, Maya. How did the red wig turn out? I rolled it up and I threw it in the drawer. I threw it in the drawer. 3,000. It looked nice though. It came out curly and stuff. I put it on my Instagram. It can't remember, but I threw it in the drawer. You know I'm like this. 3,000. You know I'm a Gemini, honey. I blow at the wind. But you know what I want? I want shots. I want shots, Maya. Tell me how to get shots. Even though I got insurance, but my insurance don't cover it, honey. You know I added more hair in this weave, right? Y'all know this lace front that come. You know I added all this hair in here and added here up here. You have shots on there. I want shots. Shots is good, you mean? You me said I want the pill. Shots is good. Shots are better than you me. Shots will turn you quickly, honey. But all your plumbing, you must say goodbye to it. Because the shot's gonna take away your plumbing. The shot's gonna take away your plumbing. Raven, watch out, but watch out they don't sneak COVID. You know what you mean, stop it. Look at my elbows, they're so dark. My body always been like this, two-tone. Anyway. They're German wounds. Okay. The plumbing do tell. You know the plumbing, honey. Where's who's it? 3,000. This is the plumbing. Get me. This is the plumbing. And then also I hope you're Raven girlfriend who sells the box. I don't know. Maya just put a link up there. Just click on that link, Cinnamon. One elbow darker than the other one's bump on the countertop to break is my fault. Okay, you mean. Speaking of COVID-19 shots, I'm not taking that butterscotch. I used to think I wanted the plumbing gone for years, but now I can't be sure. Well, honey, hey, Winter, what's up, mama? Winter been in here, Lord Jesus. This is how blind I am. I'm just seeing the name at the top. This is so weird. Hey, Winter, how are you, love? Yeah, I have two Geminis. They have many personalities. Well, you know what, Winter? That's they only count two, but it's a bunch of personalities in us. We some frickle people, honey. I'm good. I like you better, but thank you, Winter. Well, you just going through my numbers of changes. You know me. You know me, honey. Raven is. It's funny because I bought this wig a while ago, and y'all know I took the pencil in my eyes and took the pencil one up here. I told you. Yeah, that's right. Yo, George. Hey, George. y'all kill me with y'all pop up. As soon as I'm about to leave, y'all popping up. So y'all must have been watching behind the scenes. You like the red wig better, you mean? Well, y'all know I'm fickle. You know these wigs gonna keep changing. I just wore this wig because um it's been in my drawer. I wore it before though. I think I wore it loose though. Raven lazy, that's why I won't unbraid it. I ain't unbraiding this shit, y'all. I'll take this and throw it up. We stay busy in the mind bodies. Are you a Gemini too, Maya? You're right about the shot. You a Gemini too? It's funny, I was burning up. Now the air. Let me get off for a second. Oh God, you're a Gemini. Girl, you know we a mess. You know we is a mess. You know how we are. We but we good people. But if you mess with us, I think we hurt longer than most. I think we hurt longer. I think you could hurt us long. We don't dismiss pain quickly. Taurus over you. Okay, Taurus. I get along with Tauruses. My best friend was a Taurus. My best friend was a Taurus. You a Gemini too, Miss Butterscotch? I'm also. Oh my God, I'm Georgia Gemini. Oh my God, Geminis. Y'all know we some funny acting people. Not really. We some good people, but we take things to heart. You can hurt our feelings sometime, unless we on that angry mode. I'm either hot or cold. I agree. No, they turned the heat down my end, and then the fan is still blowing up because it was burning up, and then now the cold is blowing into my arm, and I'm like getting cold, and I'm like, this ain't working. Cinnamon Gemini's. Oh my God, Cinnamon is a Gemini. Maya's a Gemini. Georgia Gemini. Is Miss Butterscotch a Gemini? Oh my God, it's a Gemini. No wonder y'all get along with me. We all. This is so funny to me. We're having a Gemini party. Yeah, we can be some. Oh, a Scorpio. Okay, Scorpio. Scorpio's like sex though. But Scorpios are real faithful though. Scorpios are real faithful. You a Leap? Oh, Libras like sex, honey. But Libras are sensitive. Libras are real sensitive, but they fun people. They're a lot of fun though. They like to make you laugh. Oh, you're a Pisces. Okay. Pisces. My best friend is a Pisces. My best friend is a Pisces. My best friend is a Pisces. The only thing about Pisces, they're really smart and they also like to be, they're very educated. They believe in education. That's about Pisces. Pisces like education. A little too much. Yeah. Uh, it's funny because I'm not a fan of Virgo only because the woman who birthed me is a Virgo. But then Beyonce is a Virgo, Michael Jackson's a Virgo, and I like them, so it's kind of weird. Libras make love. Libras make love. So I don't know about that butterscotch. Some of y'all do probably. I did. Remember Butterscotch. I told you about the Libra I was dating. Did I turn the other? Look, I have to make sure I turned it off because he might be listening. They cheated on me 5 times, 5 different girls. He was a Libra. He cheated on me 5 times, but we still cool though. He still hit me up. We still get along though. Yeah, Scorpio's like saying, "Hey, Mocha. Oh, you're a Virgo. Oh God, the Virgos. Yes, honey, they are different. I don't know, cause some Gemini's we like the worst of some stuff. Some stuff, and have y'all ever met a Gemini that's a liar? I mean, they lie about everything. I mean, liars. Some Gemini's is the woof. I met men Gemini. I'm like, oh my God, you can't possibly be Gemini. I would never date a man Gemini. They are the biggest lies you want to meet. Lie about everything, and see that they could get caught. Y'all think y'all the hormone treatment information. Libraries are very charming. Oh, Libras. You said libraries are very charming and romantic, yes, you know. Yes, like that. Yeah, I'm a Gemini. I'm two-faced, y'all. But y'all already know that. I'm happy 1 minute. I'm sad. I like black hair. I like pink hair. I like long hair. I like short hair. I like to look like a slut. I like to look dressed up. I don't want to show my body. I'm showing my body. We can never make up our mind. We can never make up our mind. We just, they said we're so talented we can never figure out one thing to do, so we do everything. A Gemini will switch on you. Yes, they will. Especially if the sex is bad. If the sex is bad, 3,000, child, please, you can just go. Like, you want to miss me? No. Yes, we are attracted. The chins attract the men. That's why Shauna Brooks say she only posts mostly with white and Hispanic. Yeah, that's cute. Guess what, y'all? Yes, Raven makes love to you. Have blood. Anyway, y'all, because y'all is not keeping me on here all the time when it's full day. So, yeah. Have a good night. Right, Maya. I already remember Raven is Gemini. I could. Yeah, I'm a cool person, but I got my ways. I always told y'all I'm not perfect. I fall down. I fall down more than most. I just don't like a lot of stuff that I see, but you know, this what it is. I can't stop everything. I just don't like the fact how I don't like the fact of how we we sign off for hurting people. We shouldn't be hurting people because people really killing themselves for real. And we shouldn't be signing on for that, and we shouldn't have to feel like a bad thing for standing in our truth. And you know, it is what it is. But Raven's about to eat my food. I make me some macaroni salad. I make me that. All of us gotta be good. That's true. You mean? I know I do. Yeah, cause I'm about to leave. You mean? I told you about to go. I'm about to take all this off and lay in that bed butt naked. I'm greedy. Y'all know I'm greedy. Because I was only supposed to be here for 30 minutes. I was on here for 2 hours and 32 minutes. Hit the thumbs up. I love you all. Please be safe out here. And walk against the traffic. Don't walk with the traffic if you're walking in the streets. Walk against the traffic because cars may hit you. If you have to walk in the street, if you walk in the street, keep turning around. Don't just walk with your earphones on. I went to the store. They restocked my French fry, big bag like this, for $3. I got like 4 bags. I had I had my chicken McNuggets, 3 bags. Good night, y'all. I went to the dollar store, girl. The one on my street, the dollar store. They be having food. Hey, Elizabeth, I'm about to leave. Hey, beautiful. I'm about to leave. Y'all have a safe night. Love you guys, and please be safe. Until we meet again. Yeah, I go there all the time. I'm 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 greedy. This life was good. Love you. Be safe. Thank you, Boca. You too, sweetie. We'll talk again. Make sure y'all hit the notification bell so if I come live, y'all can get it. It is what it is. And please be safe. I haven't reported any problems yet. I do not want to report any problems. And y'all know what I mean. I don't want to say it. You already know. Let's keep it going. I want people to keep living. Hey, all right, good night, Winter. Thank you, Mama. She's like, you blonde anyway. I show him blonde. All right, beautiful people. BK, we'll meet again.